Hello class 7, today we are going to do Shankar's Revenge and this is part 1. So let's see what it is. So take out your Blease book to page number 17. So Shankar and Raja. They were two friends, so two young and clever boys. They were neighbors and attended the same high school. Whenever you saw one of them, you could be sure that the other was nearby. So one was Raja, other one was Shankar, and they were two young clever boys. They were neighbors, and if you could see one, you would be very sure that the other one is very nearby. They were inseparable. Nobody could separate them. One night, Shankar overheard his parents talking about Raja's father. So one night, Shankar heard his parents talking about Raja's father. Shankar strained his ears to catch every word of it. So Shankar, he just kept his ears like this to catch up every words. He missed much, but the main point that he got was Raja's father had years back stolen a huge amount of money belonging to Shankar's father. So what he heard is many years ago, Raja's father had taken a sum of money from Shankar's father, had stolen the money. Okay. From that day, Shankar began to hate his friend. So from that day, Shankar started hating his friend. He did not show it outwardly, but his mind was full of revenge. He did not show it, but he had a very, revengeful mind. One day, luck seemed to come his way. So one day, he got lucky enough to take this revenge. Raja was in the school hall hanging up the decorations. So he was hanging up some decorations because it was the Parents' Day festival. So it was the Parents' Day. Naturally, Shankar was there with him, handing him the paper streamers. So Shankar was also there with him, handing him the paper streamers, the cloth bags. The ladder on the top of which Raja was standing was a high one and not too strong. And the ladder on which he was standing, it was though a very high one, but it was not a very strong one. All of a sudden, it tilted. And came away from the wall which it had been resting. And it just came away from the wall from where it was resting. Shankar saw this, but since his friendship had cooled down, he did not react swiftly. He saw this, but since his friendship had cooled down, his actions were not very quick. When he did, it was too late. Raja had already slipped from the ladder. Raja had fallen down from the ladder. Shankar was horrified. He was, afraid. He stood there, rooted to the ground. He was unable to move because he did not expect this to happen. Raja had fallen on the hard floor with a terrible thud. So he had fallen on the hard floor with a sound. And he remained there motionless. And he was there motionless. The boys crowded round him. So the boys were there who rounded him. They were all dead silent. The headmaster came in few seconds and Raja was quickly rushed to the hospital. And Raja, he rushed to the hospital. Okay. So he was taken to the hospital. So here we see that Shankar and Raja, what kind of friendship did they have? Shankar and Raja, they were inseparable and they were clever young boys. Not only that, they were neighbors. They went to same high school. They were inseparable. Whenever anyone would find Shankar or Raja, the other would be around. Right? So what was it that really affected the friendship between Shankar and Raja? Actually, Shankar had overheard his parents talking about Raja's father. And what did Shankar do? He strained his ears to catch all details. Right? And what did he hear eventually? He heard that many years ago, Raja's father had stolen money from Shankar's father. Am I clear? And this somehow cooled their friendship. How? One day, while decorating the ladder on which Raja stood, came out. Okay? I mean, came out means it was not strong. Raja fell down. Okay? But Shankar's actions were not swift. So we have done till this much. In the next part, I shall continue with Shankar's revenge. Next part. Thank you.